Wednesday, February 22nd. It's been a minute since my last video. There have been quite a few developments, mostly with the transportation department, but also with the bridge. So not sure in my last video if I mentioned about the finishing of the bridge. Well, I got a quote for concrete, which was pretty expensive for the top of the bridge. Turns out that I could also use wood, and the wood actually cost me nothing. Why? Because the wood is from a tree that grows on the property. So I only had to pay for labor, which was negligible. So right now you're looking at the wood from the tree, which, yes, it was a very large tree, but this wood is used here. It's really strong. It's used here for building bridges, furniture, you name it. It's pretty solid. So they're in the final stages of the bridge. So this is pretty much what the top will look like. I'm not sure how they secure it. I'm guessing they use lag bolts that go into the beams below, but I'll find out in the next couple of days. They're supposed to be picking up the rest of the supplies today and finishing up the bridge. So on another note, the foundation is ready for the container, the first foundation, and the other three foundations will begin. They'll begin working on the other three foundations tomorrow, Thursday, the 23rd. So they say they can have them done in 3 weeks to a month. So hopefully that's true. Then all four foundations for the four elements will be completed. I call them the four elements because that's what they represent. Each container represents one element. Fire is complete, has been built. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom. The other three will be the same. Earth, wind, and water are the other three containers. So that's the premise of SUENOS, representing the four elements. So that being said, that's the latest on the foundations and the bridge. Now, on another note, it gets better. So let's see if I can get down from here without breaking my behind. So the road crew is working on the main road. And so I talked to a guy who works for one of the companies that's working on the road. And he told me what the road was supposed to look like. And the road is actually going to be pretty nice. Don't know if you guys can see that, but these ants are really good workers. They work no matter what, and they just move stuff all day long. But anyway, I got distracted. The road is supposed to have a lane on one side for walking and a lane on the other side for cycling. So in order to accommodate that, they're widening the road. So you can imagine the look on my face when I see a good 3 meters of my property being used for road, which I'm perfectly fine with that. It just caught me off guard. So these guys are working, finishing up the drain stuff, and the camera has come through. I'm sorry, the tractors have come through and cleared out some road, and actually made it easy because they cut down the berm that was here. So they made it really easy for me now to get onto the property. So that's a plus. I just asked the guy how much space will they be using of the property to widen the road, and it's not much more than what you see here, but it's actually not bad. It makes it easier for me because I'd like to put a container up here that's going to be like a store type cafe. And now that the berm is gone, it's easy to get on the property. So, and they actually cut some down of the hill. There's a hill down here on the property on the front where I wanted to have leveled a little, but they did it for me, so that's even better. And if they level it on out right there, that would be perfect. So lots been happening here. My drone is still MIA, I think. I haven't looked for it anymore, but it's about time to have the guys come back down here to do some more cutting, because everything is starting to grow again. So yeah, that's the latest. So these guys have been working pretty diligently getting everything done, and it amazes me how they build these concrete frames and these structures. I mean, like it's nothing. So as you can see, this is what they put over here in the place of the initial spillway. That's the replacement. So, but that's where we are. Sorry, this one's a little long. I haven't done one in a while. I will take you to the back side of the property, but I think I already have the foundation that's completed in there. They haven't pulled the frames down yet, but they'll do that whenever we're ready. If all goes well, another week with the bridge and the road. So hopefully next week should be able to move the containers onto the property. Tomorrow I have to break out the chainsaw and cut out a space for the storage container. I picked out a spot that's pretty flat, so I've got to cut out a space and place down some blocks so that the container doesn't sit directly on the ground. It can be raised up a little bit. And that's pretty much it. So I probably will do another video once they get the dugouts done for the other foundations, or once they complete the bridge, one or the other. Until then,